What's going on, guys? It's WrestleMania here, back with another video. Join us now as we take a look at this week's edition of Raw, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including WWE RAW sent into chaos, the real reason Logan Paul joined the Vision, did Logan Paul accidentally get hurt during Raw? The 2026 Royal Rumble in trouble, Rusev involved in an incident with a fan, plans for John Cena to become an 18-time world champion, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive list. Musical note now. As always, we won't recap the whole show, but instead give you the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. WWE RAW, the good, the bad and the downright ugly. The good. Number 1, CM Punk opens the show. A new world champion, CM Punk, kicked off Raw, running through a list of potential challengers. Fun fact, Punk hadn't appeared on Raw as world champion since January 21, 2013, over a decade ago. We are truly living in a wild timeline. Punk dropped names like Sheamus and John Cena before being interrupted by a returning Logan Paul. The Vision then made their presence felt, and in a surprise twist, Logan attempted to save Punk but ended up getting laid out himself. Fans were stunned, as it seemed Logan Paul had just turned babyface. Overall, it was an effective opening segment that set the tone for the rest of the night. Number 2, Mysterio vs. Mysterio. It looks like WWE is moving forward with another installment in the Dominic Mysterio vs. Rey Mysterio saga. Rey made his return to TV last night, and as always, the chemistry between father and son was fantastic. One standout moment came when Rey asked Dominic if he really thought he was better than Eddie Guerrero, to which Dom replied, "You keep my father's name out of your mouth." The crowd reaction to that line was electric. Dom truly knows how to play the audience perfectly. Rumors are now swirling that the two could face off for the Intercontinental Championship at Survivor Series, War Games, which might mean John Cena will compete inside War Games as well. Number 3, Logan joins the Vision. Logan Paul is now an official member of the Vision, at least for Survivor Series, War Games. In the main event angle, Logan once again came to Punk's aid, but this time he blasted Punk with brass knuckles, knocking him cold. Logan then embraced Paul Heyman in a fantastic closing segment that left fans buzzing. It appears the Team Vision vs. Team Punk storyline is officially back on for War Games. Rumored names for Team Vision include Bron Breakker, Bronson Reed, Logan Paul, Brock Lesnar, and Austin Theory. For Team Punk, based on current storylines, possible members include CM Punk, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Roman Reigns, and potentially LA Knight. The bad. Number 1, has LA Knight been punished? Rumors are swirling that LA Knight may have been quietly punished by WWE. Last week on Raw, Knight held up a sign that read "Fans want me, not Jey Uso," before WWE's production team quickly covered it up with his name graphic. It's believed this was an unscripted moment. Strangely, LA Knight didn't appear on this week's Raw at all, and even stranger, he wasn't mentioned among the list of names Punk called out as potential challengers. LA Knight wasn't featured on the show, which is unusual, especially since he's been in an ongoing storyline for the past 2 months. Hopefully, there's a clear explanation for his absence, and we see LA back on TV next week. Number 2, where is AJ Lee? Another week, another episode of Raw without AJ Lee. AJ reportedly signed a full-time contract, yet she's been completely absent from television since WrestlePalooza. No explanation has been offered as to why, and it almost feels like her return was a one-off appearance for that premium live event. WWE clearly had major plans for her. They wouldn't have booked her to tap out to Becky Lynch at WrestlePalooza otherwise. But since then, Becky's character has felt like it's been on autopilot, almost as if creative has had to pivot due to AJ's sudden absence. The downright ugly. Surprisingly, there wasn't anything downright ugly on this show. Once again, the Red brand continues to outperform SmackDown. Last night's episode did a fantastic job of advancing major storylines heading into Survivor Series, War Games. It's refreshing to see that nearly every match and segment on Raw has a clear purpose instead of just filling time. So many stars on the Red brand are connecting with the audience right now, and about 90% of the matches deliver exactly what modern-day WWE fans want from the product. What did you guys think of Raw last night? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. News: WWE RAW sent into chaos. Our first story looks at reports that Raw was thrown into chaos last night. According to Brian Alvarez of Wrestling Observer Radio, the opening segment reportedly ran 10 minutes over time, causing production to scramble for the rest of the show. While that might not sound like much, timing is everything in a live broadcast. It's unclear how this happened, as nothing during the opening seemed unscripted or out of control. Triple H was back in charge of running the show and is usually used to adjusting when segments run long, so hearing that the episode was sent into chaos is a bit surprising. Cody Rhodes retiring? Next up, could Cody Rhodes be preparing for retirement? In a new interview on the Old Smoke podcast, the American Nightmare revealed that his next WWE contract will likely be his final one. I'd like to make it to the age where I'm not gone all the time or can't really walk that much, and we're getting closer. What I'd say is, probably my last contract with WWE, or the next one I sign, will be my last. I want to finish my days with WWE. It's unknown how long Cody's current deal runs, but it's possible his next one will see him transition into a part-time schedule, especially as his outside projects continue to grow. This would, of course, be a huge blow to WWE. Rhodes is basically the face of the entire company right now. But it's been rumored that Triple H is grooming him for an upper management role down the line. Given Cody's prior experience in AEW management, it's not far-fetched to imagine him as one of the key figures running WWE in the next decade. Another major name reportedly being considered for a similar leadership path is Seth Rollins. In fact, it was said that Rollins and Rhodes co-ran a WWE house show earlier this year, and it went off without a hitch. The real reason Logan Paul joined the Vision Raw went off the air with a shocking twist as Logan Paul appeared to officially join the Vision, the faction led by Paul Heyman. According to insiders, the real reason behind this move is simply to build hype for Survivor Series, War Games. It's unlikely that Logan is a permanent member of the stable. Instead, it's seen as a short-term storyline designed to raise the stakes for the upcoming match. Logan isn't a full-time WWE superstar, so it's likely he'll serve as more of an associate to the Vision, similar to the role Bronson Reed played with the New Bloodline last year. Logan is a logical fit for War Games, and is reportedly expected to perform one of the dangerous high spots during the match. Additionally, Logan already has pre-existing issues with CM Punk and Jey Uso. If LA Knight and Roman Reigns end up joining Team Punk, Logan's inclusion makes even more sense. He's had major premium live event matches against both of them. Ultimately, Logan Paul versus CM Punk seems inevitable, and all signs point to that bout taking place at the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia. That would be a massive addition to the card, and Logan's presence in War Games could easily serve as the setup for that high-profile clash. Did Logan Paul get hurt? During the opening segment of Raw, Logan Paul took a rough bump after being shoved hard by Bron Breakker. When Logan fell, he appeared to hit his head on the lead board near the ring. The landing looked nasty, and fans immediately grew concerned that he might have been injured. Thankfully, WWE's Maverick seems to be perfectly fine. Logan was active later in the main event segment and even got physical again. If he'd suffered any kind of head injury, WWE would have pulled him from the segment entirely or at least removed any physical interaction, so it looks like he escaped without any real damage. 2026 Royal Rumble in trouble? Next up, major news regarding the 2026 Royal Rumble, which is set to take place in Saudi Arabia for the first time ever. According to Brian Alvarez on Wrestling Observer Radio, WWE may face serious challenges when it comes to keeping surprise entrants under wraps for the event. Normally, they do surprises for the Rumble, Alvarez said. But I was given the impression that there probably won't be any surprise entrants because it's in Saudi. It's going to be extremely difficult to hide people on flights and keep that under wraps. Alvarez went on to note that due to Saturday night's main event airing the week before the Rumble, WWE might use that show along with SmackDown in Montreal to debut any potential surprise returns before the Rumble itself. The issue is, of course, that surprise entrants are one of the most exciting parts of the Royal Rumble. Announcing them early would be a huge disappointment for fans. That said, WWE has pulled off surprise appearances in Saudi Arabia before, so there must be a way to keep big names hidden from the media and the fanbase. To be fair, the only way they could make this worse is by giving Jey Uso back-to-back Rumble wins. Did Triple H bury AEW? Now on to a story that's got wrestling fans buzzing. Did Triple H just take a shot at AEW? The Game recently appeared at the All In Summit, and during his appearance, he made a statement about WWE's creative process that many have interpreted as a subtle jab at AEW. We tell stories, and people sometimes take this the wrong way, but I don't. We don't write shows based on "that'll be a great match." We write them based on the stories we can tell. The protagonist, the antagonist, how they work together, stories that resonate with people, maybe even reflect something from real life in a fantastical way. AEW is often criticized for focusing heavily on in-ring action over long-term storytelling, so it's easy to see why fans read this as a dig. However, given that WWE itself has had a mixed creative year, this might not be the best time for Triple H to throw shade at the competition. Rusev involved in an incident with a fan. Finally, we have an update on a story that briefly surfaced earlier this year. Back in May, during his entrance, Rusev, now known as Miro in AEW, was seen knocking a fan's phone out of their hand while walking to the ring. The clip made the rounds online before quickly disappearing from public discussion. While details remain scarce, the incident sparked debate among fans about whether Rusev was reacting to an overzealous fan or simply playing up his heel persona. Rusev speaks on fan incident. However, Rusev has now addressed the fan incident directly during an interview with Shaq Wrestling. According to the former WWE United States champion, he's refusing to pay for the fan's phone and believes fans should respect wrestlers' personal space. "I saw that I knocked somebody's phone down, but it wasn't broken. So if they're trying to get me to pay for that, that's not going to happen. I saw the phone was still working, it kept filming. So, I'm not paying for that phone. Keep your hands to yourself, people. There's a barricade for a reason. Stay on your side of it. I'm a large man, my shoulders are broad, I've got energy, and I go wild when I run out there. So keep your hands to yourself." This is yet another instance of a wrestler urging fans to respect physical boundaries at ringside, a reminder that safety goes both ways. Plans for John Cena to become an 18-time champion. Finally, our last story of the day, possible plans for John Cena to become an 18-time world champion. Following Seth Rollins' shoulder injury at Crown Jewel 2024 and the subsequent stripping of his World Heavyweight Championship, WWE reportedly explored several backup options. One of those ideas, having John Cena capture the vacant World Heavyweight title. According to Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select, WWE held serious internal discussions about the possibility of Cena winning the title, although how far those talks went remains unclear. Had this happened, Cena would have officially become an 18-time world champion, breaking the record he currently shares with Ric Flair. At this point, only Randy Orton could realistically challenge that number. While it doesn't look like a world title reign is on the immediate horizon, reports suggest that Cena is still expected to face Intercontinental Champion Dominic Mysterio, a match that could finally make Cena a Grand Slam champion in WWE. Would you have wanted to see John Cena become an 18-time world champion? Let us know in the comments down below. And as always, I'll see you next time with more wrestling content.